Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Wednesday, August 4th, 2021. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis moved closer to establishing a robust recycling system following the July 29th official signing of the Solid Waste and Recycling Project during a ceremony at the Taiwan Technical Mission in St. Kitts. Minister of Environment, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, says the project seeks to establish a recycling system to improve efficiency and increase the amount of waste recycled by twice the amount. Setting this systemic framework will be a foundational pillar to create efficient and collaborative pathways among stakeholders and ultimately result in more environmentally responsible actions from all citizens. His Excellency Michael Lin, resident ambassador of the Republic of China, Taiwan, said the project was conceptualized as a response to St. Kitts and Nevis's low recycling rate and the impact of plastic waste on the environment, which were raised during the COP25 meeting of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. There will be 15 recycling points throughout the Federation. In St. Kitts, 10 fixed recycling points will be set up mainly in supermarkets and schools, targeting residents in the first year, while 5 fixed recycling points will be set up at the same locations in Nevis. Demonstration recycling routes will be established with the Solid Waste Management Corporation in St. Kitts and the Nevis Solid Waste Management Authority. The highlight of the MV Christena disaster 51st anniversary commemorative service was the launch of a new 50th anniversary commemorative booklet entitled We Will Remember You. Hannah Paris, a victim of the MV Christena disaster, was the mother of then 9-month-old Thelma Paris.
Last year, on the 50th anniversary of the Christena disaster, a committee was formed to organize activities for the commemoration of the 50th anniversary. One such activity was the formation of, or the organization of a booklet, small but important booklet with just some photos. We would have interviewed persons who had direct effect or were actually on the boat when the Christena sank. And so we have the booklet now, and on behalf of the organizing committee of the Christena disaster, I would like to present these booklets to the Honorable Mark Brantley, Her Honor Mrs. Hyleta Liburd.
The booklet, which was funded by the Sugar Industry Diversification Foundation, features 50 idyllic pictures with write-ups from the commemoration in 2020 held under the theme, The Christena Disaster 50 Years On. Complimentary copies of the booklet will also be presented to former premiers of Nevis, Vance Amory and Joseph Parry, Lady Sheila Daniel, wife of first Premier of Nevis, His Excellency Sir Dr. Simeon Daniel, Governor General Sir Tapley Seaton, Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, as well as former Prime Ministers, His Excellency Sir Dr. Kennedy Simmons and the Right Honorable Dr. Denzil Douglas. Copies of the booklet have also been presented to the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, who will make them available for sale at the Museum of Nevis History. Since 2000, a service has been held on August 1st in memory of more than 230 lives lost in what is termed the biggest maritime disaster to have occurred in the region.
Thank you, NNC.
7 primary school students will receive assistance with their educational pursuits thanks to the Nevisian Association of Washington, D.C., NEVDC. The students have been awarded the Naomi Daniel Brown 2021 scholarship, named in honor of the former teacher of the Gingerland Primary School, now the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School.
Naomi also taught in the United States, but Naomi started her love for teaching right here on the island of Nevis. And she was teaching, and she taught in 1980 at the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School. Her goal as a teacher was to never leave any child behind. Naomi sadly passed away in June of 2019. To keep Naomi's torch lit and to ensure no child is left behind, NEVDC established the Naomi Daniel Brown Scholarship. The scholarship financially rewards the most improved student at the Joycelyn Library Primary School who is being promoted from grade 6 to high school in the amount of $500 US.
Nathalia Nanton of the Joycelyn Library Primary School was the recipient of that award. 6 other students also received scholarships.
The fund also financially rewards the most improved student being promoted from grade 5 to grade 6 at all of the other public primary schools in Nevis in the amount of US $200. Both scholarships are rewarded annually. We hope this program will encourage students to do their best to achieve their goals.
The recipients were Kylie Prentice of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School, Soraya Laurent of the Ivor Walters Primary School, Kwan Wilkin of the Charleston Primary School, Kayla Isaac of the St. Thomas's Primary School, Demari Myers of the Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary School, Tishansi Taylor of the St. James's Primary School. The scholarship awards were presented by Dinah Taylor, sister of the late Naomi Daniel Brown. The Health Promotion Unit is implementing a new initiative to curb the incidence of HIV and sexually transmitted infections. HIV Education and Prevention Officer Teresa Herbert told us about the month-long event.
It is a condom distribution program, and what we'll be doing is we'll be partnering with bars around the island, and the idea is to promote condom usage by increasing access to condoms, access to free condoms. So we have been reaching out to establishments around the island that experience high traffic of our key populations, which include young people, men who have sex with men, sex workers, those kind of persons, as well as the general public. While the focus has been on COVID for the last year and a half, and rightfully so, we still do want to keep in mind HIV and other STIs. So we want to make sure that the general public is having safe sex and taking precautions to protect themselves and the ones that they care about.
So far, the Health Promotion Unit has formed alliances with Sunshine's Bar and Grill, Weekends Bar and Grill, Friends Bar, the Lil Cherry Tree Convenience Shop, Culturama Bar, Five Trees Bar and Lounge, Hot Springs Spot, New Vibes Real Vibes Bar, Squeezer Bar, Dewdrops Restaurant, Rose Stop and Shop, Sandy's Bar, Seal My Sip Smoothie Lounge and Juice Bar, Rumors Bar and Grill, Cabos, Gabriella's Snacket and Bar, and Esme's Bar.
We're currently working on other bars, so this is not an exhaustive list. So for the full list of bars that are partnering with us, we ask that you please go to our Facebook or Instagram page for a full list of our partners. So we've partnered with various bars around the island, and we've covered a few bars in at least each parish, so persons would be able to easily access the condoms. The condoms will be located behind the bar, but there will be a sign indicating that this bar is participating in our program, and so all the patron has to do is to request the condoms, and they'll be provided by the bartender.
The Health Promotion Unit's initiative, which commenced on Wednesday, August 4th, will continue throughout the month. Citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis are being invited to submit entries for the 2021 Independence Theme Competition. On July 30th, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, William Hodge, launched the competition, announcing the guidelines.
1. The theme must be concise, memorable, and be a phrase, a clause, or a short sentence of no more than 6 to 8 words. 2. The theme should focus on national wellness and economic rejuvenation. 3. An internal rhyme scheme and a particular pattern of rhythm would enhance the theme. 4. The theme should accurately reflect the country's history, current realities, and the common or shared future to which all citizens should reasonably aspire.
The deadline for the submission of entries is Thursday, August 12, 2021.
Written entries must be submitted either A, by emailing to independence.themeskn@gmail.com and or to Mr. William Hodge, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education at william.hodge@moeskn.org, or by delivering to the Office of the Ministry of Education a hard copy in a sealed envelope addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, the Cable Building, Bastille, or by dropping a hard copy in a sealed envelope addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, into the drop box at the entrance of Government Headquarters, Church Street, or by dropping a hard copy in a sealed envelope entitled Independence Theme Competition to the Department of Education, Marion Heights, Nevis.
Each person is allowed a maximum of 5 submissions. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes on behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information. Thank you for viewing.